friendship that'll never ever end.
Yowie wowie, it was great to see Little Miss Bliss back on Monday Night Raw again this week with the debut of Alexa's Playground. Now, this is not the logo for it. I literally made it because I'm that sad, genuinely. Now, there was some little comments and some things you may have missed. So, of course, we got to cover it on the channel. This won't be a long video because we literally did do one last night for WWE TLC and the Firefly Inferno match, because there was lots of references in that as well. So if you haven't checked that out, make sure you do that as well. But let's get going with what we saw this week on WWE Raw. Now, the first thing to mention is Alexa's eyes. This is what a lot of people are talking about on Twitter. The fact she had these like white contacts in. It's very hard with the purple lighting to see if there's any other colour there. But it didn't look like it. You can see a very close-up picture of the eyes here, and it does look like they're just white eyes. Now, we have seen her eyes change colour before, most prominently in the Firefly Funhouse. This was when we theorised Alexa was being possessed by Bray Wyatt, so maybe that's the reason the eyes had more of a red, more of an angry kind of tone to them, because at the time, Bray was using the heel glove. And this is a cool little throwback. What we saw last night was seemingly the Fiend die. And if that's the case, which we know now it's not, but if he's sort of gone, if he's now doing something else, then maybe that's the reason he healed Alexa, because eventually Alexa can heal him with her play glove, maybe? A few things to mention here. Of course, the swing set said a moment of bliss, so we can assume that this is going to be the new set for a future moment of bliss when Alexa does perform the next one. I think that would be pretty darn cool. The next thing is actually how Alexa Bliss made her return to WWE Raw. Orton was in the ring doing a promo. He'd stepped out of the ring, but he stepped out of the ring for one reason. Because everything started to shut down. Reminiscent of the Fiend. He was scared the Fiend was coming. Now, she didn't come down with a Titantron song. We've heard her do that before. She instead came to the ring like the Fiend comes to the ring. Now, maybe that is telling. We've always wondered if Alexa was actually going to transform into a female version of the Fiend. Maybe she has. The next point was the fact that Alexa seemingly was talking to somebody else. She was looking at Randy a lot, but then she was looking at the other swing. She was actually looking there as if someone was sat there. Now, we've talked about supernatural going on with the Fiend character for weeks. Why is it not possible that she can still see him, but no one else can? That would be kind of fun. I like the idea that she has that image of him, and she's constantly with him, and she thinks he's with her. And that's why she thinks he's next to her. I kind of like that idea. And then something else that caught my attention was Alexa saying that he built the Alexa Playground for her. Very reminiscent of what we heard from Bray Wyatt at the start of the Firefly Funhouse, when Bray told us that the Fiend, he created the Firefly Funhouse to be Bray Wyatt's safe place. That could be a very cool throwback if Alexa's Playground is her safe place and he built it for her and her memories to keep her safe while he's off doing whatever he is doing. The Rocking Horse. Of course, this was front and centre for a lot of the camera shots. WWE wanted you to see it specifically. That's why they made sure you saw it. Now, again, this was really cool because if you don't know, this is a cool little throwback to vignettes that aired before the Firefly Funhouse actually began. Now, they aired for 2 weeks, and this one specifically had a rocking horse in it. The rocking horse has probably changed a bit over time. It has been well over 18 months at this stage. But it was in a video titled, "A Sinister Force is Toying With Us." Now, first things first, that video had the rocking horse in it. And if you think that we now know that the Sinister Force was the Fiend and he was toying with us, maybe he's still toying with us. That makes a lot of sense. Not only that, when you take the word toying and tie it into play, well, Bray Wyatt's told us he likes to play games recently. Literally last week on Raw that him and Randy played hide and seek, for Christ's sake. Then we had Alexa Bliss having the play glove. She's now got a freaking playground. It's not rocket science. This is all connected to the original Bray Wyatt story. And I think that's a cool little throwback. Alexa did have the logo on her dress again. Of course, we've noticed this every single time she's worn it. I really do like that logo. I wouldn't mind if, again, it became a mask that she wore. And of course, she did give us kind of an update on The Fiend. Now, first things first, we actually found out this week that Fiend's favourite food is barbecue. Little bit awkward to talk about it at a time like this, but that's literally something we found out. But Alexa also told us something very cool, and that kind of is that the Fiend's not gone away. He's not dead. Instead, he's returned home from the earth from whence he came. I really, really love that story. The idea that he's gone is cool. The fact that she said if he chooses to come back, it's going to be worse than ever before. That is really, really cool. We worried about the Fiend, if he was being ridden off of TV. We said last night we didn't think that was the case, but it's always a possibility. Now, interestingly, we actually did see some information about this last night from Kyle Scarborough. And if you don't know who Kyle is, he is the person who designed the Mask of the Fiend per the instruction of Bray Wyatt. Now, you can clearly see here, instantly as TLC finished, he tweeted out this picture saying, "What is dead may never die," with a picture of seemingly a rotting, burning Mask of the Fiend. Really, really cool. And a second image saying it was written long ago, and you can see seemingly someone walking away from the burning mask of the Fiend. Was that Bray Wyatt walking away from his mask? Was that him, forever knowing this was meant to happen? But it was in the first image that if you look above the eye, now we know Bray, we know Kyle obviously loves to hide things in plain sight. Is that a number 2? Is that a reference to Fiend 2? The second coming of the Fiend? Now that would be awesome. I think you can all agree with me, though, it was great to see Alexa back on Raw. It has felt like forever since we've seen her, and that's not a bad thing because it felt fresh again. We didn't know she was coming out, especially with a fucking swing set. And I'll say it like that because I want to buy all the Funhouse merch. And if WWE Shop now release a swing set, what the hell am I going to do with a swing set? Well, swing on it, obviously, but where am I going to put it? That's impossible, isn't it? Please don't do that, WWE Shop. It's the one time I'm saying please don't do that. It does raise the question, however, is Alexa's Playground her version of the Firefly Funhouse? Maybe. Maybe she has brand new puppets, her own puppets, like maybe Friendship Frog. That would be kind of fun. We'll have to see how things play out. We have no idea whether that was just literally, this is my playground, this is the stuff he built me to play on. It could just be that. And this will be the moment of Bliss set, as we suspect it says it. So we will wait and see on that one. But maybe that is now going to be the Firefly Funhouse for the next couple of weeks or months while Bray Wyatt is changing. But it was great to see the smug look literally wiped from the face of Randy Orton. Alexa Bliss was the Fiend's weakness. Well, now she's his mind games. What a turn of events. Well, I did say this wasn't going to be a long video, but genuinely there was quite a lot to talk about. So I do apologise for that, but I hope you found the video interesting anyway. Again, as I said, we did do that one last night, so make sure you check that one out. We will be doing hashtag See My Theory this coming Thursday, Christmas Eve, 2:30 Eastern, 7:30 UK. Make sure you're on for the premiere of that. It's your theories. It's going to be awesome. Thank you for watching. Please like the video, share the video so your friends can find it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new and consider turning on post notifications. Follow me on Twitter at CWrestlingUK. And I will see you as always next time. Bye. Peace!